what's up everybody, this is Mike. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing great today. And in today's video, we'll take a look at the Autel EVO II Pro and my first experience with it. So recently I was sent this drone by Autel, and although many of you would consider this to be an old product already, I am still quite excited to check it out. It is my first Autel drone, so in today's video I will only share my first couple of impressions by flying this drone for a couple of days, what I think about it, and of course I know many of those things could be object to change in the future as I fly more with it and I try it out in different scenarios. However, I still think it's important to share those first impressions, as I really tried to stay away from watching other people's reviews on this drone so I can form my own opinions and, you know, just be completely honest, completely real about what I have experienced with this drone. So if you're wondering whether you should buy one, maybe this video and the ones that will be following here on the channel will be helpful for you. So first things first, I received this drone in the rugged bundle, which basically includes a hard shell case for it for easier transportation and mostly for more secure transportation, actually, because it's quite bulky. But it also comes with an additional battery, so you have a total of 2 batteries. You have the remote controller, the basic charger, and some cables and some small accessories here and there. And the first impression of me opening the box and seeing this drone in person was that it's huge. It is definitely a little bit bigger than the Mavic 2 Pro. It's a little bit heavier as well, but it's just very solid. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel bad. It has some nice materials, and I just love the look of this orange color with the black blades and the black accents on the arms and the legs of the drone. It is very good looking drone, that's for sure. Other than that, I was very happy to see that it's very stable in the air. It's very smooth as well. The 6K video is just perfect. From what I've experienced so far, I only flew it a couple of times, and the first time I didn't really record too many videos. I was just flying left and right and trying out different features without actually recording, but I was left very happy with my first flight, and my second and the next flights after that were really smooth in general, and I experienced some very smooth flying. The best thing I noticed right off the bat was the fact that you don't have any no-fly zones with this. So on any other DJI drone, when you're close to a no-fly zone or authorization zone or any other type of zone, you'll have to confirm so many times that you agree to take all the responsibility of flying there. Here you just power it on and you start flying straight away. It's really so much easier. Of course, you still need to obey all the rules and regulations. However, it's just a lot easier to set up and start flying straight away. So that's definitely something that I appreciate. As for the photos, I also think they are great. Not only the 6K video, but also the photos are great. The 1-inch sensor really does make a difference in my opinion. So in some scenarios, I would say this will be better than the Mavic 2 Pro. I'm yet to test it more, so I can't really say, but for now I'm extremely happy with the quality that I'm getting. The photos, the videos, they look great, so I'm excited for the future of testing this drone. The next thing which I really enjoyed while flying with this drone was the remote controller. First of all, it's really compact, really small and portable. I didn't like the fact that you cannot unscrew the sticks like you can on the Mavic drones and the DJI drones in general. However, because of the position of the phone holder, you actually don't really have these sticks protruding out of the remote, so you don't really hit them when you put this in your backpack, so I really dig that. Also, the fact that you can use this remote even without your phone. You can simply tap the display button here on the side and it will switch to live camera view even if you are not using your phone. This is just great, and I overall really like the brightness of the remote. I like the fact that you can easily see everything that's going on even when it's just the telemetry. You have so much information, so much data that you can read from this screen, which is a little bit tiny if you use it for live camera view, but if you use it for just telemetry, it's great, it's big enough, and the fact that it's colorful display instead of the the black and white screen of the Mavic 2 Pro, for example, it makes a big difference. And the fact that even if you don't have battery on your phone or you forget it, you can still fly with this. My biggest problem is sometimes I forget my cable that I need to bring with this. So even if I do forget it, I will still be able to fly and not have to go back home. For the most part, I think it's early to say, but I do like the color grading possibilities of the lock color profile with the 6K footage from the Autel EVO II Pro. It's just very, very good. I don't like the fact that they only have a couple of color profiles. I would have loved to have a few more, just so you can have a little bit more flexibility when you shoot. And especially when you shoot in lock, you don't have that color on your screen that you can enable, that setting that you can enable on Mavic drones, for example, where even if you shoot in a very flat color profile, your colors are still very vivid on the screen, at least so you can see what you're doing. Here on the Autel, if you're shooting in lock, you have everything washed out on your display, so it's a little bit harder to see what's going on the screen. So that's a little bit of a trade-off that you have to deal with if you want to shoot in lock. And one of the things that I also noticed while flying with this drone is the fact that you have these customizable buttons on the back. And when you hold the remote in a very natural position like so, you can't help but press these buttons on the back by accident. In a very short period of time, I pressed them maybe more than 10 times. So for now, these are staying undefined and I'm not going to use them for any special functions, which kind of limits my usability with this drone and the way that I would have used it otherwise. But I don't want to randomly press them and do something that I don't want. So for now, until I get more accustomed to the remote and more used to the control of the drone, I will not use these custom buttons. And finally, I understand it's a different drone, so of course it will take some time to get used to the controls, but I feel the sticks are a little bit harsher than I would have loved to. They're a bit more hard to press, if you get what I mean. They're not really fluid, they're a bit harsh and a little bit harder to actually press. And when you're going for very smooth shots, sometimes that can really ruin your shot. You can just press it too hard and the drone will just very quickly it will rotate and ruin your shot. So it is a matter of getting used to, I'm aware, so that's not really a con. It is something that is not very easy to deal with on my first couple of flights, but I'm sure it will be better for me as I go on. And that's pretty much it, guys. I am very excited to keep trying out this drone in different scenarios and see how it copes. So stay tuned if you want to see more videos with the Autel EVO II Pro, and make sure you're subscribed if you want to see them first as soon as they're out. Thank you for watching today's video. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.